Today we're going to be loading and shooting 380 ACP that we're making up here on the Lyman Spar turret press, and that's coming up next year on Jesse B Outdoors Reloading. Welcome back everybody, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below if you like videos like this. So we're going to make some 380 up here on the Lyman Spar T-Press that we got here, and then later in the video we're going to shoot them in my Sig P365 380. That's one of my favorite 380s to shoot right now, so I figured we'd do this video since you guys are enjoying these. So let's bring that camera in here, check out our components, and then we'll get started. Okay, today we are using for our powder Hodgdon Hp38. That is my favorite semi-auto powder to use right now. Love using that stuff. And then for brass, we have mixed range brass here and TruthSocial primers that we're using. And then for the bullet, we are using a Lee 356-102, and I think this is a 1R if I remember right. Don't remember offhand. I'll leave a thing down below if it's anything different. But that's going to be the bullet we're using today. So let's go ahead and get started. As always, I will walk you through the first one for some of the new reloaders out there, just in case they don't know. I got to get my turret spun around here. What we're using today for dies is RCBS dies. And then the very last die will be a Lee factory crimp die. We're going to get our first round here and get this made up, and I'll walk you through it here real quick. We are going to size this, and because these are pre-primed, I've got my decapping pin out of it so we don't hurt that. Then we have our flaring die here, and the reason why we need the flaring die is because right now it's just sized and the bullet will not fit down in there at all. We have to flare it for that bullet to fit down in there. So now we are going to flare it. And then I'll grab the bullet again here. And you can see that the bullet sits down in there like that, and that's the way it needs to be. So now I'm going to move this to the bullet seating die. We're going to do a powder charge here because it's been a minute since I checked the powder charge in this, because I actually ate supper since I messed with it. So we always want to check that. Zero my case out here, get a powder charge. And we're going to double check that. And we are right on 2.9, and that is what I wanted. So we're good to go on that. So we're going to grab a bullet here. And then the bullets, I got my 380 bullets done in all different kinds of colors. I had a hodgepodge going on. So now we're going to seat it. And then we're going to crimp it. And there is our first round there. This one, the bullet is green. You'll see different color bullets. Now I got the barrel out of my Sig P365 380. We're going to drop it down in there, and it should drop out. Ooh, it's not dropping out. Let's see. I think we're going to have to try this one again. Maybe my overall length isn't set up where I wanted it for that color. Different people don't realize when you use different powder coats, there's different thicknesses on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it once again. We're going to drop it in, and it dropped out that time. Sometimes if you run it through the factory crimp die a second time, that's all it needs. And now it's plunk testing fine, and I can spin it in there. That one, it just needed to be messed around with the factory crimp die. A lot of times what some people do, they'll go up into it and they'll spin it about a half a turn and they'll do it again. And that's probably why, because sometimes it don't happen to me much, but right there you guys saw a perfect example of why you should do that. So let's keep on doing these here. Now these RCBS dies, I'm starting to use these because I'm actually going to use them on my Dillon press when it comes in. So I wanted to give them a try here. For some reason on my 9mm, the sizing ones were really rough, and I don't know if that's just the way the 9mm ones are or what, but that was a little strange on that. But everything else, all the other ones I've tried are smooth. I haven't got my 45 Colt ones yet because they're coming with the press. So I haven't got a chance to try those out yet. Get our bullet seated and crimped. So like I said, I like shooting 380 in that Sig. What is your guys' favorite 380? I love shooting the Sig, but I also have a Burst of Thunder 380. I'm going to move my chair here real quick over to get a little more comfortable. The only other 380 I have shot is a Taurus TCP, which of course that's just a little pocket gun, so I'm not going to say like that was good or bad, because a pocket gun's not going to be a fun range 380. What other 380s have I shot? I've shot a little Ruger LCP, not on my channel, but I've shot one. That gun's not fun to shoot at all. So leave a comment down below. What do you guys like shooting 380 in? The Sig's my favorite. Now, one I would love to try, and I don't know anybody that has one, but I would love to try it out, is the little Beretta Cheetah, I think it is. There's like a 81, 84. I don't know what the numbers stand for on those. I know one is a single stack and another one is a double stack. I would love to get the double stack one and have that to go with my Beretta 92FS. I think that'd be a cool little setup there. But what we're going to do is we're going to get this one loaded up here, and then we will change our camera angle just so you guys can see it at a different angle. I like doing that in case people want to see different angles, how things work. So we'll get that changed up here real quick because we finished our first 5 rounds. Alright, we'll get these loaded up here. I am thinking these RCPS dies are going to be pretty good dies. These ones are nice and smooth. Like I said, I don't know why in the 9mm the sizing one was a little bit rough. If you guys want to, I'll leave a card up above here for you guys to go check that video out. And you can see that that one was a little bit rough. But the rest of these, like the 380s and 38 specials, everything else I've used them on, they've seemed to be working pretty good. So one thing, let's talk about reloading 380. The one thing I don't like about reloading 380 is, of course, the small brass to try to grab onto. And then when I put a powder charge back into it, trying to hold that small piece to get it back in the shell holder. If I could powder on this press, I would definitely do that. But the other thing that I don't like is grabbing these itty bitty bullets. With my muscle disease, my hands don't work right, and it makes it kind of hard. I can already tell you right now, I'd much rather reload 380 on the Lee Classic turret press than this. Because back here, I've said in other videos, there's not a lot of room to get back here for that bullet, and that bugs my hands. And you've seen in these videos where I've used this press. Oop, need to put a charge in it first, getting ahead of myself. Where I've been dropping bullets. Well, now I'm trying not to drop my case here because I don't want to drop a case full of powder. That's probably my biggest complaint about this press. But besides that, I think it's really cool to reload on an old press like this. It is a lot of fun. Alright, get our powder here. And our bullet. Got to concentrate a little bit more on this one. Just because everything is so much smaller. Now, if you watch the... which one was it? I think it was the 45 Colt with Unique. Or it could have been the 45 Colt with HP38 video I did with this press. I tried to run it like a single stage. Where I did 20 in the resizing die, 20 in the expander, and then went and did 20 powder, and then seeded 20, and then crimped 20. I personally didn't like that setup. Like I've told people before, though. Ooh, that one looks like it actually got some lead peeled up on it for some reason. But I didn't like doing that setup. Everybody's different. I know some of the people that have this press, they like that setup. I don't know if it's because of running the Lee Classic turret press. I'm just used to knocking out one round when I do it. So this is the way I like running the presses, just like this right here. And of course you can set the dies up the other way and spin the turret the other way too. I think that's how it actually goes on the Lee Classic turret press. Everything moves that way. Instead of the way I got this one set up moving this way. You would have thought for me liking the Lee Classic turret press, I would have set my dies up the same way. But I think because I have to turn them and I'm using my left hand to turn the turret, I think it's more comfortable for me to do it that way. The way I'm doing it, and that's why I've been doing it that way. Let's grab a different color bullet here. Seems like everything I've been grabbing is green. These ones right here, these maroon ones, Andy 79Z28 sent me out these a long time ago. And for some reason, I never got to a video on them. So, we're going to use them up in these. If I grab them, because I'm just reaching in. And whatever I grab, I'm getting. But I have a bunch of different colors here. The one I like here that I mixed up is like a robin egg. It's kind of a blue, green, yellow mixture of powders I had left over. At one time, Don Trees Blowing, he does some reloading stuff on his channel too. He sent me some powder coat and small little baggies to try out back when I first started casting. Man, that was probably like 2 or 3 years ago. And when I got down to the end of each bag, I just mixed them all together. And these just happen to be the bullets that I did with that. Grab a different one here. This one's like a yellowish green. So all these bullets are definitely a different color. They're a mixed batch. Got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. That's one of the fun things that I used to like doing videos on, but YouTube busted my main channel for casting. So I took all my casting videos down, and just to be safe, all my powder coating videos, I took those down too. Here's a color you're used to seeing on my channel. Ford Light Blue. I use that a bunch because it's a go-to, always work color. But we'll finish that up here, and now let's change our camera angle again. Alright, we're going to get the last 5 of these loaded up here. Get this turret back where I need it. I could definitely tell you for 380, I definitely like doing it better on my other presses. Just a little bit too hard for me to keep handling all these small pieces here. For the people who reload 25 ACP, I salute you. I don't see how you guys reload something that small. Even probably 32 ACP. I can see that being a pain too for the size. This is definitely the smallest round I'd want to reload for. But I love reloading, so that's why we keep doing this. At least I do. That's why I bought a new press. Some people probably think I'm crazy because I got mad at my Lee Loadmaster, and I had stopped using that, and I went and bought a Dillon 550C, which is going to be here soon. Yeah, it was a lot of money to get that, and yes, stuff where it's expensive, because you guys are awesome and you used my links during the Black Friday sales of 2023. I got everything I needed for it, except for some of the powder funnels. I don't have enough of those for every tool head, but I got a tool head for every caliber I reload for, and then I've got RCBS dies for every caliber I reload for to use on it. And I really appreciate that, because if it wasn't for you guys, neither one of my channels would be going. And there we go with the dropping bullets. That's what I was talking about earlier. I had to pick that one up off the floor. Here I thought I was doing pretty good and talking about how I didn't like doing the 380 because it was small. And I haven't dropped one. I knew I'd end up dropping one. And guess what? This is the last one, so let's go and talk about the steps here. Once again, we are sizing, expanding, pulling it off, powder charge, put that back in, get a bullet here. And for some reason I keep grabbing all the green ones. We seat the bullet, crimp the bullet, and there is our last 380 round made up on the Lyman Spar turret press. Now let's take it outside and shoot it. Now we're outside with the 380s we just made up here. We are out at about, I'd say about 10 yards right here. So let's go ahead, see how these shoot here. Let's go for that MGM gong first off. All right, we pop that. Big silhouette. All right, MGM. Let's try the small silhouette. Small silhouette on the front. All right, not too bad. Let's try the MGM pop. All right, hit that a couple times. Let's try the bowling pin. Oh, let's not say we did. Oh, I got a primer. I've had this issue a couple times now with my hand primer. Looks like that primer is a little bit high. That looks like it's going to be on me. The primers on this, as you saw, were the Subversios. We'll try it one more time and see, but I've never used those primers in this SIG. So let's try the bowling pin again, see if this will go off. Went off the second time. We'll try that bowling pin on the next mag. All right, magazine number 2 here. See if we can pop that bowling pin here. All right, pop that. Let's try a small plate. All right, pop that with no issue. Let's try the gopher. All right, we hit him. Let's try the 6-inch. All right, we'll pop that. Try the MGM coyote in the head. There we go. Had to get it on a second shot. Let's try the MGM popper. Looks like I can aim a tad bit higher on that. Got another one that clicked on it. So now I know that this don't like the Subversios as well either. And it's funny, it was on the last round. Let's try it again. All right, we'll try this last one out here. Let's just go for the big silhouette. All right, now they fired just fine. Let's go ahead and give you my final thoughts. So what's my final thoughts here on the 380s with that press? Loved making them up on there. They shot real well. Had a couple of those Subversio primers not go off. That's the first time I have ever used them in this gun. Kind of not shocked. I've had issues in other striker fire guns with them. So now I know in 380, they're not going to work that good, at least in this 380. We could try them in my Burst of Thunder, which is hammer fired, and see how they work in that. But as for these rounds, you know, for accuracy, it was pretty good. I haven't shot this gun in a while. Even though this is a small 380, this thing shoots like a 22, and I love it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a card up above for you guys to check the video out that I shot this in. I really love this gun. Sooner or later on my other channel, I do need to do a full review on it because I really do like it. So, as always, don't forget to check the links out down below. Down there I have links to Axel Hearing Protection, Gators Eyewear, and a bunch of other companies I like dealing with. Some have got discount codes to save you guys money. Others are affiliate accounts that do help out the channel. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Leave a comment down below. We are One Nation Under God, and I'll see you all on the next one.